Hi everyone, it's Niamh here and welcome to my art journaling channel. Today we're going to be looking at some of the new Dina Wakley September release and playing with some pouring of some gloss sprays. So gloss spray is an acrylic spray which come in a whole range of colours. They're basically like a fluid acrylic, quite shiny when they dry, and they're lots of fun to use. You can obviously spray them, but I quite often like using them poured onto my journals. Because I'm working in the craft journal, I am just putting a little bit of gesso down first because the craft journal is quite porous. So the gesso seals the page a little bit, so I get two benefits of having the gesso underneath. First of all, that it helps the colour be true, and second of all, it helps it sit in the surface. So you can see down the bottom where the gesso is and how fast that gloss spray soaks into the page. You still see some of the colour. It changes the colour obviously because you've got the craft paper behind it, but you can see how the colour stays true. So you get this cool effect on the page. Now I'm being really rough and ready with the way I'm pouring it on. I'm doing the same with the blushing here. So the first colour I used was Peacock, which is a new colour spray that's been released as well, and blending it with the Peacock, blending with blushing, sorry, which is a previous new release as well. So again, the same with the blushing colour. You can see where it's soaking into the craft page. It's the colour's sort of disappearing. Where it's over the top of the gesso and the other colour, it stays on top, and you get this really cool effect. So once I put some colour on the background, I'm now going in with a stamp, and this is a new stamp from the Half Faces set, which is just beautiful. And I had this idea that I wanted to have her sort of capture the colour on the page, so I managed to sort of line up the image a little bit with, you know, that slice of colour. It sort of fitted in perfectly. I don't think I could have planned that if I tried, but it worked out well. I'm also using my black Posca pen just to extend out the lines and add a few extra lines in. So I didn't want my figure floating in the middle of the page. Excuse me. So I did want to ground it by popping it the lines down to the bottom of the page and connecting it up a little bit. I just really like that sort of abstracty look. It also helps define the block colour in the background. I've got in with my white Posca pen too, and just added in a little bit of the eye. Helps make it a little bit of a focus as well, and put in a little bit of red on the cheeks, just using a Stabilo, red Stabilo oil pencil. Once I've done that, I was having a bit of a think, and I decided I wanted to add a little bit of splatter. See my hands going, oh, what am I going to do here? And I'm also adding in another stamp as well. So this stamp is from the set, which is called Perfect to Me. It's a beautiful piece of little writing, and it just fits in with this face really well. So it sort of extends the face, gives that little bit of writing with it. I'm going in with another new gloss spray, the black, and splatting it over the top. So I'm really excited that I usually use my acrylic ink to do this. Now I've got my gloss spray to do it. Works the same way. I just like the fact that this comes with the spray bottle. I actually use the stem of the spray bottle to help me make my flicks, so I find it convenient to me. Once that's dry enough that I can stamp over the top, I wanted, because I had that blank space on the left hand side, I wanted to fill that in with a quote. And I was tossing up writing in it, but I decided I was going to just stamp a quote in because I really like this quote, which is, "I'm not scared of the fire, I am the fire," which is another Dina Wakley stamp from a few releases ago. Just to help pop it out from the back of the page, I am going in though with my white Posca paint pen and doing a bit of a drop shadow, or a highlight I suppose, on the letters, just to help frame them a little bit so it stands out. The other reason for that is, it's a bit hard to see on the screen here, but you'll see it in the close-up, is the S from Scared was stamped over one of the splatters, so it helped define it a little bit. And same with the I and the R, you know, because you can't necessarily plan where your splatters are going to go, so sometimes having a solution for when they go in the wrong place is a good idea. So using the highlights to push out the letters from the background. And then again, just looking at it, seeing what I wanted, and I went back in with some of the peacock to put some more splatters in as well. So you can sort of see somewhere it's soaked into the background, some of it's sitting on top. The great thing is if it sits on top, you sort of get this layer of colour, so you can see that the blue splatter stay up against the other blue. You've got that different depth in colour. So here's a close-up of the page. You can see that beautiful stamped image and the writing, some of the splots from the gloss sprays. And here is a close-up of the entire page as it finished. This is a really, really quick piece to create. It was lots of fun pouring out the gloss sprays, and I would suggest if you do have difficulties with sprays, or if the sprays get stuck, this is another way to use them. Really, really simple, and you're still getting a fabulous effect. Check out my description box below to grab some links. Until next time, thank you very much for watching, and bye for now.